Welcome to Joe's Astrology. This is the birth chart for Dua Lipa. Not sure if I'm saying that correctly. She's a singer, songwriter, and I don't really know much about her, but I'm already liking her because she's a Leo sun in that late degree Leo, which I've met many people who have that late August birthday, and I personally get along with them really well and am very fond of them. And she has this moon in Cancer. So with the moon in Cancer where it rules, and the sun in Leo where it rules, and she also has Venus conjunct the sun there as well. So definitely can see right off the bat why people would like her, especially also with this moon in the first house. She can really relate emotionally, really at when she first meets people. People can see that, and they can emotionally relate to her. Obviously, the Sun Venus in Leo. Anytime you see a Sun Venus, usually people are attractive, at least externally. And let's see, she's got Gemini rising. So Mercury rules her chart, and Mercury is here in the fourth house where it is in an angular house. It is a very powerful position for Mercury, and it's in Virgo. So far we have Mercury in the sign it rules in a powerful house, the sun in the sign it rules in a powerful house, and the moon in the sign it rules in a powerful house. And if we go a little further, we have Jupiter in Sagittarius where it rules. So lots of planets being in their home signs. Now she says that she's busy. I watched her do an interview, and I don't know how much of it is true, but that's kind of what I'm going to go off of. That she's really busy and she has a busy schedule. She likes to plan things out. And we see that here with that Gemini rising and the Mercury in Virgo in the fourth. And she also she brought up her diary and how she writes all of her songs. And you can see some of the lyrics. Some of the lyrics to her song, it's very heady and very Mercury and therapy-like and introspective. Just some very interesting and conflicting thoughts being spoken and written about there. So we definitely see that with all this Mercury. And you could add the Jupiter in the sixth and the Pluto in the sixth in Sagittarius, having a Pluto in the sixth soul, and the sixth house being a house of routines. You could say busyness, service. She has Mars in Libra in the fifth with the node there in Libra. So her north node, heavy emphasis on her north node being there in the fifth, in a sign that's ruled by Venus with that Mars. So she could be someone who's really energized by creativity, by performing, by beauty, and she has her south node in Aries in the 11th. So if we look at this from an evolutionary astrology standpoint, we start here with Pluto in the 6th, and we move to the opposition in the 12th, and we associate the Pluto in the 6th with the 11th house south node. We can see this is somebody, and even the ruler in the first, the moon in the first, being someone who's very much within themselves and at home with themselves. In Cancer, maybe someone who maybe enjoys spending time at home. We can see with the Sun and Venus there in the fourth. This is somebody who maybe has spent time living in, say, a hermetic environment where they really had time to think about their goals and objectives, think about the things that they wanted to say, think about their hopes and aspirations and their dreams. And we see it in the opposition here in the 12th and the 5th. Take that, everything that I just said, take that and now bring it out into the public space and perform it. And we see that being with the 12th house being could be considered a performance house or something where you're bringing things to the public. And with that Mars North Node in the fifth, really bringing it strong to the performance arena as she's doing. So from an evolution, if you're not familiar with evolutionary astrology, that's how it works. This is a good example of that. And we can see the Uranus-Neptune squaring that node in the ninth. Looks like the ninth could be the eighth. And we see this often, if you're familiar with the charts that I read, we see this often with people like this who are unique. And there's a need to resolve this North Node. And because there's a going back and forth between the nodes. And maybe she's been going back and forth in the sense that, trying to be perfect. Let me think of all the Virgo stuff. Like, I believe she may have talked about that in the interview too. Like, she could tell what's good and what's not. Like, redoing things a lot, figuring out how she wants to work it to make it really good. And also this idea that Uranus is involved, that she wants to be known as a genius, perhaps. She wants to be known as an individual and bring it out to the public as a way that she expresses herself. We could see with the MC on Aquarius on the MC, that she that's ruled by Uranus, that she probably wants to be known as someone who's everything that has to do with Uranus and Neptune here. She wants to be known for that. We see Saturn in the 11th as well, and it's retrograde in Pisces, so it's really pointing towards Uranus as opposed to being a pure Saturn who's a complete conformist. See, the part of fortune is in Leo, and it's in the third, so she's making her money. Part of fortune is money, and she's making her money as this Leo persona, this performer of the songs that she writes. Leo in the part of fortune in the third. So I'm going to leave it there for now. If you have anything to add, please add in the comments, and check out the other hundreds of other birth chart analysis that I've done. And I hope you subscribe to my channel. Please like the content too if you enjoy this, and have a great day.